I am an alien from outer space. I live here on planet Earth, but I am not a human being. My mothership is coming to Earth, and I would like to bring my new friend with me. Thanks.
So, this is a joke then? You're trying to simulate sapient humor, or...
That's the best I could do.
This is the best you could do? You didn't even say it in your own language.
The film, spoiler warning, first of all. It's fairly new, so I guess I should give a spoiler warning, but the film centers on belief systems taking over reality. That was my read. Like when I watched it yesterday. Once a character commits fully, their framework dictates every action that follows. Corporate harm and individual extremism exist in the same ecosystem, and personal trauma caused by institution evolves into its own form of violence. Escalation drives the narrative. Each decision builds on the last with no natural stopping point. Jesse Plemons' character operates with complete certainty. The lack of doubt removes any internal barrier to his actions. He struggles with it a couple times. You see him like having some moments where he's having internal struggles, but his whole thing is like he's battling those he's programmed himself to not have those internal struggles. His cousin holds the emotional weight of the film, so you kind of feel for him the most. He reflects vulnerability, loyalty, and the impact of trauma without control over it. Control shows up through structure, dependency, isolation, and manipulation rather than overt force. The film creates overlapping empathy. You feel for victims and perpetrators at the same time. It's like every single character is very complex, a staple, a mandatory requirement for any film that I'm gonna or show that I'm gonna like or enjoy. Because it destabilizes clear moral judgment. It's more true to life, I would say. The tone stays bleak but internally consistent. Events unfold in a way that feels inevitable within the character's logic. Trauma redirects behavior outward. It reshapes how characters interpret and act within the world. Systems of belief reinforce themselves. Once inside one, it becomes difficult to see outside of it. The presence of truth doesn't resolve anything. It complicates morality rather than clarifying it. Yorgos Lanthimos builds structure. The director, Yorgos Lanthimos, builds structure around absurd ideas, which is why I think he's probably my favorite director out right now. I think he's on a heater with Poor Things, which he also directed, and now this Bugonia movie. He's got a crazy good track record. It keeps the narrative grounded, though. He's kind of like Ari Aster in terms of absurdity, but I think his narratives are more grounded than Ari Aster's. Ari Aster leans more into emotional disorientation and more ambiguity. I think the movie rewards. I think it's better to watch it by yourself, unless like my wife did not want to watch this one that much. I think the world's a little too crazy for this one. It touches a nerve, I think. You kind of want something a little more lighthearted. It's not a general audience movie. It's a deep. It's violent. It's gory. It's better, I think, for film heads, who's someone who likes to dig deep into the meaning of things and can stomach like heavy dark topics. There's not like a dark topic that this film doesn't touch on. Its originality comes from, I'd say, layering multiple of those frameworks at once, rather than relying on just the plot alone. But I think I'd give it an 8.8. as my current rating, 8.8 out of 10. I guess for Letterboxd, I'd probably give it, maybe I should start doing Letterboxd ratings, but 4 out of 5 stars.